Go.
We're back, people.
Surprise! It's Tuesday Newsday.
Newsday.
I have a rowdy guest with me today, but we have some things to talk about before we get to you. So
Finally.
just don't talk for a minute.
Heaven forbid we have a Newsday with
Please.
nothing.
Shh. We never have a Newsday with nothing. We're in a heat wave here in Hamilton. It's the hottest day we've had so far.
Also, I've been working out, so I smell like barbecue. And I don't know why that's my body odor, but I'm sorry. You're going to smell
nice.
a little bit like
nice.
ribs with the sweet sauce.
Luckily,
Nice.
smell-o-vision through the TV
Yeah.
and
It's not a
computer has
thing.
not been invented yet.
Nobody has to smell you, so don't
Or
mention
unluckily.
it. Let's just not talk about
I'm
it.
just saying, I'm not at my prime right now.
Well, I think you're great.
Okay,
I think you're
thank
great.
you.
All right. So this Friday's tutorial is the summer season quilt. And the summer season quilt is fun.
Is it
because
nice?
It is nice, and it's a half square triangle block.
Oh,
and
you
it comes
love
together so cute. We did one before called All Seasons, but
Can I
this one
see
is
a little
bigger.
tease of it?
No, because
Where's
I don't
the
even
block?
have the quilt here. I filmed the tutorial a while ago. But here's
Describe
what's
it to
cool,
me.
is it has a border
Paint
on
a
it.
paint a word picture
It has
for
a
me.
scalloped border on it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I teach you extra things.
Okay.
Imagine being the mother to this your whole
Wait,
life, you know?
describe. I'm visualizing. Okay.
So anyway, it's got this border on it. It's a scallop border, and I teach you how to do that. And so there's a little extra video at the end where you can learn how to scallop your
That was
quilts.
one of your first videos you ever did.
It was a very,
scallop border.
the hair in that video is pretty rough, you know, so.
But if I remember, you were like doing the math on the fly, which if you can get mom to do math on the fly,
Yeah,
it's going to be
it's a deal. It's a deal.
long tutorial.
All right, so also the little green bean is on Misty's Homespun show this week.
Oh,
and
LGB.
her name is Missy and Lukanen.
She's
and,
so nice. I like
she's
her.
absolutely darling. She literally feels
What is this?
like
The tutorial
this
this
is the
week.
picture.
That's
Oh,
last night.
that is fun. That is nice.
She feels like family, and her husband is related to the fishes, so he calls me cousin.
Yeah,
you know,
well.
so I think pretty much she is.
Is she's the tall one, right?
Tiny? She's tiny.
Oh, she's tiny. She's the absolute tall.
She's the little tiny one. The tall one you're thinking of is Jen. From
Yes.
Smitten Chicken.
Oh,
Yeah.
old Smitty chicken.
Also a wonderful girl, and also
We're
feels
just surrounded. See, the thing with
surrounded by
quilting, you're
wonderful
surrounded by
quilters.
great people. Yeah.
really good people. Absolutely. All right, so she's coming. Also, Birthday Bash is coming up September 18th through the 21st. Make sure you're here. It's going to be a big one.
A sock hop. It's a
It is a
Sadie
sock hop.
Hawkins dance, so invite your own people.
It's actually...
It should be a
gonna
Sadie Hawkins. Invite somebody to come to the birthday bash.
It's going to be a 50s theme.
Yeah.
I bought your father a leather jacket on eBay. So he could have I have a patch made that says the Doan Gang
Put
on
that
it.
man all in leather and let him ride up on a motorcycle.
Well, I want all of you guys to ride your motorcycles, your 4th of July motorcycles. I want to do a gang. I want to have a bike gang.
Our 4th of July motorcycles, we have little pit bikes from
Little
China
120
that
bike.
came in a crate, and they are maybe big enough for an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
And so getting a 6'7" giant man on there, it's
But
it's
they
like
do.
a clown car.
Every 4th of
It's
July,
fun.
they all get on them and they play soccer on them. It's very entertaining.
I can put strap one on each foot and use them as skates.
That's right. That's right. It's very entertaining. Anyway, Birthday Bash is coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited because
50s theme.
a couple of things are changing. They're going to have more food options. That was my big complaint last year. Also, they're going to run electricity, so they're not generators running those things.
Oh, nice.
It's just the little things, you know?
It's
It's the
things.
little things.
So we'll be able to talk while we're around the food trucks. So that'll be nice.
Well, and hopefully the heat wave's over by then. Right now, today, 98 degrees.
Yeah, very, very warm.
September, a
Except,
cool
feel this.
74. Oh, I
I'm
see.
freezing. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
in
your
the air
circulation
conditioning.
is bad.
No, it's just air
No,
conditioning.
I think you're not healthy.
Actually, it's older people too are colder. Older is colder. That's what
Yeah.
I've learned.
Hey,
Yeah, I made a little.
you
rhyme,
always
too.
want what you don't have, you know?
That's right. Young and sweaty, old and cold. That's just what it is. All right. So also, Birthday Bash is coming. Oh, we're having a big Kona sale right now. So 3 yards for $15.
Ooh.
That's a great deal. And any
No,
quilt
that's
that
like
you make,
it's like a screaming deal.
it's a smoking deal.
Yeah.
Like barbecue smoke, maybe. Anyway, it is a great deal. And any quilt that you see, when you turn that quilt into a 2-color quilt, it's a whole different quilt. And I love what happens when it's solids, you know. And so just, you know, give it a try.
And you like it as a 2-color. Try a 3-color.
3 colors.
Get 4.
Yeah,
Get
you just never know.
I mean, for $3 for 15 yards.
That's right.
No, 3 yards for $15.
For 15.
Get as many colors as you want.
The other sounds better, right?
Yeah.
People are going to call in and want that now.
$3 for 15
Alan
yards.
said, no, that was not true.
Scratch that.
3
reverse
yards
it.
for $15.
It's that Gene Wilder.
Did we tell you about the time Alan put up layer cakes for like 88 cents?
That was an accident, and I apologize. The best thing about that, this was very early on in the company.
Very early on.
And we had one lady that bought all of them because she felt bad. She was like, I don't want them. I just didn't want you guys to get like taken advantage of. So I bought as many as I could. I just canceled the orders. I'm so sorry. We were like, God bless you, lady. I'm so sorry. Oh, this is
well,
the
the
worst.
thing about it is, Al said, should I call the people who bought them? Because several people
I think
did
that's
buy
what
them.
I did, actually.
No, you did not. I said, because the other option was let them think they got a screaming deal. And that's when the daily deal started.
No,
And
the
people
daily deal,
thought they had
that was with a
screaming deal.
charm pack. On a layer cake, because we did a layer cake for $100 one time. And I called them. I was like, look, these are like, it's like
$40.
a $40 thing. And I'm very sorry I made a mistake. And everybody was completely forgiving except for
Oh,
one.
I tell the story way better.
One with the charm pack, we did that. We just ate it, and we're like, man, it's a learning mistake. But we sold like 2,000. It would have like bankrupted us.
Was really early on, and it was only like 10. It was like.
Then I'm thinking of a different one, and you probably didn't know about this, but I did it again later when we were bigger.
Oh my gosh! Can you believe it, you guys? Can you believe it?
On the verge of bankrupting this company every time I have a good idea.
That's right. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah.
We're always saying that. All right, so Alan is here today because he has an update on the app.
Well, first, you were wondering how do you get the newsletter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, so let me tell you. So you know how I did the Quilt Shop drop-in? There's a new one out and available, and apparently you can get it through the news. I went to Parkville to Fabric Chick.
Oh, cool.
And it's so fun. When you meet these people, honestly, I feel this way about quilters. Again, it's that same thing. When I loved her, I mean, we laughed. We could have joked around and laughed all day long. And I love highlighting these other quilt shops because they're right here in our area. If you're coming here, you might as well go there, And I mean, the last one was in Georgia, so if you're there, you can go there. But this one is in Parkville, which is about an hour and 10 minutes.
You know what I think I can do too? I can get it on the watch page. I'll work on that today. I'll get it up on the watch page.
You'll have to come again then and report another time.
You just go to the website. Up at the top, to the right of the logo at the very top, there's watch.
Oh, okay.
Watch, and that's where all our tutorials and stuff are.
Oh, nice.
You can even search the tutorials there.
We do a little thing. I drop in the shop, and we do a little thing where you get to know the owner, you get to know why she started, you get to see her shop and some of the quilts and the reasons, and it's just very fun chatter and very fun. I mean, we just have this cool little get together, and it highlights their shop.
Well, and here's the thing: our industry is way better if every small town has a quilt shop where people get together
100%.
and hang out. We're always going to be there. Like our goal is to have like all the things. So when you go to your quilt shop and they don't have a thing or they ran out of a thing, like you should come and Google us and find us, or come visit us. Like let us. We're sort of America's local quilt shop. But then if you have an actual local quilt shop, go hang out there.
Yeah.
They're good people doing stuff.
They're great.
We don't see it as competitive. Like we actually used to run programs to teach people how to run their quilt shops better.
That's right.
Huge fans of the people out there doing that because it's a community. The community has to come together, and that happens at your local quilt shop. And if those all went away, the community of quilting starts to die.
Oh, it would be so sad.
It's a huge loss for us.
Yeah. So all the water can rise.
Yep.
All the boats are going to float, but you got to be in a boat.
You cast your bread on the water, it comes back buttered. You got a skate key, and I got a pair of roller skates. I mean,
I got a brand new pair of roller skates.
I'm trying to think of all the things you used to say.
All the things I say.
Okay.
All right. So the newsletter. How do we get the newsletter?
Newsletter. If you go to your profile, go on the website MissouriQuiltCo.com. Here's me.
Let me see.
Here's me. If you scan my Quilters Pass, you
All right.
will
Here's
see.
mine. I'm right here.
You got it, Annie?
Is
I'm
this
looking
it?
Oh,
Is
up
this
at
me?
the top, there's a little guy.
This little person
see
right
this
here?
See this little guy? Yeah.
Okay,
By the
click
shopping
on
cart.
that.
Click on that. That'll take you. You have to log in. Down at the
Oh my
bottom
gosh, I have
in
to
here.
log in.
Email preferences. Now, a lot of you may have your email. So they send some emails. I'm actually working on the email program right now. I realize it's gotten a little out of hand, and we're doing a bunch of cool stuff. You should notice emails are getting better every single day. Down here, so you have the promotional. If that's checked, which is a terrible name for these, but these are we send a daily with updates and news. We have a Tuesday Newsday one. We have a Mom's Friday tutorial. We have Mondays with Misty. We have like all these different emails that go out, about one a day. We'll send out in that promotional one. And in there, if you have that selected, you will get the Tuesday Newsday email. Similarly, I'll make sure those Quilt Shop drop-ins and stuff get on the watch page. If you just want to navigate and find it, you should be able to do that. So that's the newsletter.
Oh, here I am.
You're
All right.
in.
Okay, so where do I go? Oh, email preferences.
Email preferences.
I'm
Scroll
old,
down.
I'm slower.
Receive. See, this is off. You tap that, boom, you're on.
Okay.
Boom.
I've been wondering how to get my own email, and now I know. All right,
You
so
tap
now
it,
we have
boom,
all the
we're on.
preferences.
Yep.
Save my preferences.
Boom. Okay. Now so the other reason I'm here to talk about the app. We're here in the app, people. We have
So is this the app that I'm in right now?
no, that's the mobile site.
Okay.
There's a desktop version you get on your
So
laptop.
do I go to settings to get the app?
No.
I mean,
So-
App Store?
This is the app that we had in the App Store that ended up coming down, and there was all that hoo-ha, right?
Right.
So now we have an app. It's real. It's not out to everyone yet. You can't get it. This is for me. This is for me.
Okay.
Couple of things. It's coming out. We're literally just fixing the Fabric by the Yard discounting stuff. You know, when you buy more, you save more. That sort of stuff. When you go on those fabrics, and you want to buy like 15 yards, and it has to automatically discount. I'm getting that built in the app because that's a pretty core piece of our. You guys like to buy fabric. Who knew?
Who knew?
Getting that in the app. As soon as that's there, it'll go live. We were planning on pushing that last Thursday, and it didn't go out. We fixed a bunch of stuff over the weekend. Hopefully this week. In this app, it's literally normal shopping and daily deal. Coming soon, tutorials. I demoed the tutorial stuff. It's working. It's there. We're just quality checking a bunch of things. Big update in the tutorials. We are putting we had to build our own wish list software so that now when you favorite a tutorial, it'll sync across everything. So we used to have your favorites just.
So your vote matters, is what we're saying.
Well, when 1,000 people tell you did it wrong, you have to listen. And
That vote matters as well.
thank you. I hear you. So yeah, we used to the favorites was just on your device. You'd favorite it, and it was just like a local thing that you could remember. Well, now we're syncing it to your profile. So when you favorite a tutorial, you'll be able to see your favorites on your desktop, on your tablet, on your everywhere. It's very exciting. So coming out this week, the app without tutorials. In a couple of more weeks, we'll add in tutorials, and then a couple more weeks after that, we'll add back in machine quilting orders in there.
So when can us lay people get the app?
Hopefully tomorrow, Thursday, Friday,
This week sometime.
Saturday,
Next
Sunday
next
morning,
week.
Maybe next week.
Monday.
Will there
Monday,
be an
Tuesday.
announcement?
Yeah, of course.
Of course there
We'll
will be.
tell
an
everybody, but I'm
you'll know.
really optimistic it's going out this week. Our lead tech guy, Casey, they had a baby. He's gone on vacation. Jonah, our other tech guy, is on vacation. Everybody's on vacation.
I need to
Apparently,
make
the middle of summer
I need
is
to
the
make him a
right
baby
time
quilt.
to take a couple weeks.
And have a baby. It's
Yeah.
a good time to have a baby.
Have babies.
Big-
We support him. We're excited. Also, we cannot wait for this baby to be old enough that he doesn't want his father anymore and he can come back to work.
There you
That's
go.
all we need, Casey. That's all we need. It's just a petition.
Alan,
for
you had all
child.
your babies in the summertime.
I did, yeah. April through July.
Yeah,
We're done. I have a very predictable life, very predictable.
that's right. That's right.
For better or
All right,
worse.
so a new app sometime this week or next. We'll let you know for sure.
Yep.
And
It is very close.
and there's a couple other things I thought of. One is we are so close on YouTube to 1 million subscribers.
Oh, yes.
So if you guys haven't subscribed,
You probably have.
go on there and hit the subscribe button, and because we want to
If
be
you-
1 million quilters strong.
Better than that, if you're over at a friend's house, go on their computer and subscribe
That's right.
as them. We just
Tell
need
all your
a
friends
few
and
more.
family.
If you go
If
to
you
Best
have any
Buy,
children that
go
have
to
their own
YouTube,
YouTube account.
see if anybody's logged in, subscribe. Every laptop that's there.
Every subscribe matters.
We need the grassroots guerrilla warfare program.
I just want to be 1 million strong. I think that's so cool.
We'd be the first quilt shop or quilt company to ever hit 1 million.
Yeah, we're so close. All right, the other thing that's really cool is that Sarah is almost done with the market.
Dude, the fabric market. Have you been in there?
The fabric market. I was in there. Yes.
It's so good.
It's so good. So she's working on this
Describe
fabric
it. Paint a
market.
word picture for me.
Okay, so the word picture is, I wanted
You
to
walk
shop.
in.
I want to know.
Yes.
Yes, you walk in. You walk in, and it used to be an old butcher shop, but now it's a fabric market instead of a meat market.
Okay.
Yes, the butcher shop was there.
Sure.
So right there, you see a big counter, and above the counter, there's this giant
Yes.
cow on the
Yes.
wall. And instead of having meat parts on it, it has fabric parts all
Oh.
over it. And it's a giant cow. And
Had
then
I
you look
not-
down, and here's the counter, and there's big bins of all the yellow fabric and all the red fabric and all the green.
Wait a minute. You're ordering fabric by the pound?
By the pound,
Wow.
by the color, you wrap it. It gets wrapped
In
in
butcher-
butcher
oh,
paper,
that's
tied
cute.
with string, weighed on a scale, just like you'd buy meat. And then there's a big wall on the other side of all the notions, but it looks like a candy store because they're all separated by color
Yes.
and in big candy jars. There are
Also, the merchandise stuff in
Merch
there,
is
they've done
so
better in there
cool.
than any of our stores.
Yes.
Like we're now that we've seen what Sarah can do in there, and
we always
team,
knew what Sarah could do. She did everything.
Abby and Brent,
Yeah.
all the. But now they're slow. They're like, all right, we want this, but for all the shops, so they're
Yeah.
going to rework everything.
Yeah,
It's
so
cool.
so there's
There's
all
a
kinds
soda
of
shop
towels,
in the
there's
back.
Yes, aprons.
Little
there's-
outdoor seating. You want a table just to sit and relax.
There's
Come on.
quilts. She's gonna have quilts in cans. So you buy like a can, a corn.
It's like an emergency.
It's like an
Yeah.
can.
The
I mean,
emergency
just-
preparedness quilt.
it's just like it's just so cool, and it's really a lot of it. Like all the fabric by the pound is only available in town,
Yeah.
and so like people who come to town, it's like a whole experience that you get.
Well, I don't think it's very fun to buy fabric by the yard on the internet. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you like,
fabric by the pound.
that's right. What
Well,
did I
fabric
say?
by the yard.
Yeah, it's fun to buy fabric by the yard. Not fun to buy fabric by the pound. If you want to buy a pound of fabric, it's going to be like fabric by the pound because you think a charm pack. A charm pack weighs like 0.2 of a pound, and it's like it's going to be
No,
like
this
it's
is
going to be
really
like
fun.
$35 a pound. If you want to spend $40 on a pound of fabric that you haven't seen, let me know. I'll hook it up.
Well,
But
a lot of times,
really, it's about
so when
coming to town and
when I
buying
do
it.
crumb quilts and things like that, I'm looking for reds.
Yeah,
I'm looking for
okay.
blues, and so I just buy a pound of scraps.
Well,
you
it's
know?
it's fun in town. Online, I don't know the magic translates.
Well, it's
but
part of
maybe.
it's part of the
But
experience.
it's
It'll
part of
be
the
really
town
fun.
experience.
Either way,
Yeah.
you let us know if we need to correct
So Annie,
our
do you
thinking.
have anything for us? Any questions or anything
I
that
have a couple questions.
I might dare ask Alan?
I am on my best behavior, though I
Right?
smell like barbecue sauce.
I love it. I'm getting hungry for lunch just sitting next to you.
Do you know if there will be a Missouri Star Academy next year?
There should be. They're generally every other year. When we find out about that, we will definitely let you
Those
know.
are so fun.
They're so
They're
fun.
so cool.
Missouri Star Academy. For those of you who don't know, it's where we bring in designers from all over the world. And the designers generally, what happens with them is they create a line of fabric in the privacy of their home. They sell that line to their fabric vendor, and then the fabric vendor then sells it out to the shop. So the designer doesn't get to interact with the quilters.
Yeah.
But we bring them here. They get to interact with the quilters. The designers love it because they get to meet their people, and the people love it because they get to meet their designer. We have these 45-minute classes that you sign up for a track, and you get to go to all these different classes, one after the other after the other. It's just very cool.
I love the variety of classes you can take and that you get to sort of sign up and make your own
Information
It's
you
fun.
get. It's just really cool. So that's Academy, and we hope we were trying to do it every year. Our biggest hurdle with the Academy is that we literally don't have a space big enough to house it.
We've
And
done
so
it in the high
we've done it
school,
in the high
but they
school.
don't have air conditioning. We did it in the elementary school. They have air conditioning, but not as much space.
Well,
We
no, they have tiny little chairs. we had to bring in tons of chairs because they have these little tiny elementary
true.
chairs. And so it is kind of a little hurdle for us. We did it at the Methodist Church, but then one year they had a funeral, and funerals take precedence over academies. So it's like things can happen. So we just have to figure it out.
I can't believe people are still dying, knowing that there's fabric to be made.
Knowing that there's quilts to be done, we can't ever die. All right, what else?
Can we order a birthday bash swag bag and have it shipped if we can't make it?
Oh,
I
do they
don't know.
do that?
I don't know.
So they do that only if you can't make it. You have to be like planning on going. If it's an emergency, we can ship it to you after birthday bash is
Oh, like
over.
if you've signed up and we've
Right.
had one for you?
Yep,
Okay.
but ideally,
That's
That's an interesting
I
question.
wonder if we.
I think you should call customer service and ask them that,
Right.
and then they will research it and find out because
Well,
that's going to.
or let us know if there's a bunch of interest. So I'm pretty sure Annie's right. Like,
So the swag bags sell out really fast, and I
Should
think if
we
we
do
sold them online,
billion more swag bags.
should we? I think that might be an idea. Actually, people would love to just buy the swag bag, but
Well, a swag bag's like a screaming deal. It's like $50 for $300 worth of stuff.
it's
so
way-
maybe-
It says
I think it's
here,
actually way
the
more.
swag bags will not ship to you unless you are unable to attend.
Oh, okay, so you have to
Oh,
sign up.
darn.
It's not. They're not available for individual purchase.
I think
That's
I think
fair.
you could talk to somebody about that.
I don't know. I don't think anybody's making money on those swag bags. I think
think-
that's a
no,
that's a
but-
warm hug for our people that are
It's
coming.
that's true. Good point. Good
Okay.
point. A warm hug. I like that.
Which embroidery machine did you use on the sunbonnet Sue's?
I just use my regular sewing machine. So I have a crescendo, and I also have this little Bernina B540. And any regular sewing machine that has more like
What do
this
you do?
is
A
straight
basket stitch?
I do an applique.
You do a blanket stitch on there?
Mm-hmm. I do. And
You didn't think I knew that, but I know it.
and this, of course,
What do you got? A zigzag over there?
yeah,
Wow.
if you have a zigzag, you probably have an applique stitch.
I'll be darned.
So any machine will have that. I did not use a regular embroidery machine, just a machine that has extra stitches. Because most of us buy a machine and it has 470,000 stitches on it, and we only use
Go
3.
straight. Yep, that's
yeah,
it.
Yeah. So it's just
Don't-
a regular machine.
This is very
Nothing
out
fancy.
of the lane for you to change. Was it like rusted? Were you like, does this knob even turn?
No. So literally, Bernina, we sell some Berninas now, and they really want me to use this machine, but I'm a creature of habit, and so my crescendo has literally been there since 2010.
Right.
And it's barely used because I use my straight stitch.
Yep.
You know.
You want the one that goes the fastest.
Yeah,
straight.
and so I just use that one if I'm doing some kind of little stitching, and so it's still in great shape. But I swapped it out so I would start using the
Yeah.
Bernina and get comfortable with that a little bit. And so
Hey,
but,
good work.
I know, right? You got to try.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Look at this.
What are you talking about, old dog?
You can teach a sweet young lady new tricks, can't you?
I don't think you can say that
I
to your
don't know.
mother
That
either.
doesn't work
That's
either.
not doesn't
Yeah,
sound
all
good.
right, yeah, that's weird.
All right. One more
Anyway.
question. Annie's like, oh my gosh, this is going
Are
downhill.
you and Grandpa Ron doing any more Crabapple Hill embroidery?
We actually just finished a Halloween one.
You and Dad are
Dad
Crabapple
is
Hill
embroidering.
embroidering?
Yes, he likes to sit and do it because we watch TV. you
Yeah.
know. When you are older, you'll
Okay.
probably do the same thing.
Okay.
You just want to do something with your wife. Anyway, he's a machinist, so his stitches are perfect and tiny, much better than mine.
What do I do? Oh yeah, take her out on dates.
Yeah.
We go eat steak dinner at Texas Roadhouse.
We sit and watch a really good, new.
Wait, what are you
something we
watching
can
right now?
binge.
What's the hot thing
We're
on
watching a
Netflix?
show called The Travelers, which is about time travel future, and
Yeah,
they're
okay.
back in the 21st right now.
Little Marty McFly.
It's a lot. There's quite a bit of language, but it is quite interesting, and so it's interesting.
Hey, all right.
Yeah. Anyway, we so all of the Crabapple Hill, they do this panel, and then you make quilt blocks to go around
Okay.
it. And so this one, we did all the panels,
Yes.
and then we got out the pattern and looked at it. And on this one, they changed it up. So literally, you're supposed to make the quilt blocks, and you embroider over some of the quilt blocks. And so now we're thrown. So all the embroidery is done, and now we have to design the blocks around the embroidery we're done because we're not going to redo the embroidery. So we have to make using their blocks. We're going to make a new pattern.
You did not read the instructions.
We did not read the pattern. We did
Okay.
them because we've done 7 or 8 of them.
That was a great story that
Yeah.
you kind of
It
hid.
should
You buried the
read
lead.
the instructions first. I'm just saying it's probably a good plan. But it's the Halloween one. And so there's all these little things that I'm hoping to get
Yeah.
done before we go because you just don't want those.
Wait,
to
how's
sit around.
Africa prep going? You get any
It's going good. I just ordered Dad a bunch of shirts yesterday that are that thin.
linen?
We
shirts?
ordered no, not linen. Linen is terrible because it shrinks and
Oh.
it's high care, and I don't
Okay.
like wrinkles. So I have some linen pants and things like that, but you can't wash them and dry them. You have to wash them and hang them. It's just a little more work.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we ordered 5 different shirts so we could see which one was the best wicking
little
and
fashion
the
show.
lightest.
Sure,
Yes, he had to
okay.
do a little fashion show for me. So we found the one he liked. It has to have a pocket.
What did he like? What was it?
It's a 2X.
Yes. Yes.
Tall, and it's called Flex. And the fabric is very thin and
So
moisture
flexy.
wicking.
Oh, good.
And it
You
has
want
a
it
pocket.
wicking.
He's
Yeah.
got to have a pocket. I ordered him one with no pocket. He said, nope, I can't wear this. It's got to have pocket.
Man needs a pocket. That's
He's
fair.
pretty OCD, you know. So
Creature of habit.
Got to have the pocket.
He's
So
had a
they're short
pocket
sleeve
for
shirts.
50 years.
Yeah. Short. So I just ordered him some shirts. You know.
Oh, it's fun.
They told me to bring, on my thing, it said to bring like 6 to 8 dresses. I contacted people who've been before and they said, no, bring at least 10. So I think I have 20 in the queue. So I have plenty of clothes.
You're gonna show up with a trunk. You're gonna be like the rich aristocrat that goes to
I do
Tarzan
like-
in the jungle and be like, bring my trunks, gentlemen.
I do like some clothes. I do like clothes. I do.
20 dresses.
I do
There
like 20
were
dresses.
a lot of compliments on your dress last week.
Oh, thank you. Oh, so today, so I'm trying
my
out this one. So I have this little cute little shirt
Oh,
and my
wow.
skirt,
This is a little
You know?
Scandinavian ditty, huh?
right? I'm just trying them out to see if they're cool. So I discovered yesterday, I put a dress on yesterday. Well, it was Sunday for one,
Sure.
and we were at church.
Yeah.
And I had a slip on underneath.
Okay.
Which I grew up in the generation where everybody wears a slip.
Yeah. No, not me.
No one wears a slip anymore. I don't know if you guys know that. Well, people our age do. So I'm walking around outside with this slip, and I said, this slip is never going to make it in Africa. So I took it off right there and threw it in the back of my car. And Hillary's comment to me was, Mom, everybody has legs. If they can see, they're just legs. And I'm like, okay, I won't wear a slip. I won't wear a slip. So I'm trying.
You were walking around naked practically.
Well, with a dress over
no,
it.
obviously, but
I mean, everyone's naked under their
first,
clothing.
how dare you? Okay? I raised you better than that.
My mom would be mortified that I didn't have
She
it.
is rolling in her grave.
And that I talked about it. You know?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, nobody talks about
You don't tune in for this kind of pornography.
That's
Wow.
I wouldn't say that word. Hush.
We're
All
gonna
right.
get
Well,
demonetized.
anyway, I think is that the last question or is there one more?
We have a few comments.
Okay.
So
Tell us.
last time we talked about kind of like orphan blocks, abandoned
Mm-hmm.
projects. And someone said if you have blocks you don't love, you can turn them into pot holders or mug rugs. and
That's
give them
true.
as
Great
gifts.
idea.
I like just saving them
Little
up and then
bags.
make one quilt of orphans.
That's what Natalie wants to do. I have a whole bin of orphans,
Yeah.
and
Also,
and
do you
she
just
wants to-
love? It's like when you give yourself permission to quit reading a book, where you're like, normally you'd slog through it because you got to finish. You're like, no, I'm 100 pages in. I'm done. It's like so freeing. Is it the same with quilting, where you're like, no, I'm making this. You know what? I'm done. These orphan blocks go in the orphan bin.
So my orphan blocks generally come when I make a quilt for a tutorial. I have extra extra blocks for step outs.
Oh, so
That's
you're
generally the
not a
orphans.
quitter.
They're not. I'm not a quitter. No.
See, I would have a bunch of half-done quilts that
No,
I
I
just
actually-
donate to make one
I
quilt.
actually started making some blocks the other day and they didn't work out. And I usually like put them in that bin. I just threw them away. I just thought they were horrible. And I thought there would be, 25 million people who would love to have those horrible blocks that I made. But yeah, they weren't worthy.
I can't
just let it go.
believe
I know, just
you
let it
have
go.
you have turned into such a
Let it
wild
go.
card in your old age.
I know, because I can.
This is not the mother I raised.
Someone said they just finished a quilt that she started in 1978. It was
I love
about
her.
1/3 hand quilted but finished by machine.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's all about pacing yourself. You want to run a marathon, you got to pace
You got to
yourself.
start in 1978.
You start in 1978. You know what your max is, and
That's
you were
right.
there.
No,
and
I
you
love
did it.
that.
You
I
have kids?
absolutely love that.
You're not quilting as much. You got to
I
wait for those
also
kids
love
to grow.
that you finished it on the machine. So I've actually, when the kids were little, I made quilts all the time, but I always tied them
Yeah.
because I really couldn't afford to get them quilted. And I have gone in with a lot of those quilts and cut all the ties, repaired all the seams, and send them to machine quilting. And they look like new quilts. The very first quilt I made was for Alan, and it was this blue and yellow log cabin. And I literally, it was tied.
Did you
And
take that back? You took that back.
I took it back and I took it apart and I had it
Re-gift
machine
her?
quilted. And I said to him, how do you like this quilt? And he goes, oh, Mom, that's beautiful. And I said, look closer. And he's looking at it and he's looking at it. And all of a sudden he goes, is that my quilt? And I'm like, this is your quilt. And it looked like a
Simba,
brand new
look
quilt.
hard.
Yeah, stir the water.
I think we have two different movie references.
No, that's when the monkey guy
Rafiki?
is stirring.
Yeah,
Rafiki
okay.
is stirring and he goes, look harder.
Yeah, okay.
That's
All right.
look deeper.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's a great thing to end this on and for your quilt. Hakuna Matata. She started it hand quilting it. She finished it
Hakuna
machine
Matata.
quilting. Hakuna Matata. It's a wonderful thing.
They say that for real in
That's
Africa.
right.
You're going to actually be saying those words. Anyway.
All right, so one thing about Africa before we go.
Yeah.
So the last time we were there, the guide taught us all these words to say.
African words.
Yes, that
Sure.
mean like let's go or hello.
I like
or-
when I say African words.
goodbye.
That's like North American words.
Right?
There's languages in there.
Yes,
Okay.
there it is. Apparently the language where we go is called Twi, T-W-E.
Ooh.
So
I
I
believe
was
that's pronounced
feeling
twa.
pretty happy about,
Twa.
maybe it's French. Anyway, I was feeling pretty happy about the fact that I knew like 10 words already. And then Sarah told me that all those words were just jokes. They were not true.
He was
That
just using you.
He was telling us to say words that, because for his own pure enjoyment.
Let me teach you a great word, Mom. Awa,
I know.
tagu, Siam. Awa, tagu, Siam. Oh, I love it. You're going to do great over there.
So apparently I know nothing. But anyway, that's just how it goes. Anyway, we hope you guys have a
Yeah.
wonderful week. We hope you're not too hot.
App
Stay
next
cool.
week. We are on the countdown. You'll have it
We are going to have that app before you know it.
What's coming first on the app?
just daily deal and shopping, followed
Shopping.
by wish list, followed by
You can't
tutorials.
bounce the camera when you pound on the table.
Followed by wish list, followed by tutorials, followed by machine. We're right there. We're going.
The apple doesn't fall.
You're gonna love it. It's gonna be a real thing. And things get better.
That's right.
Don't uninstall. We're
Anyway, we love you guys. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.